All right, welcome back. I hope everyone's having an amazing time so far. Our next speaker is Roshni Rajagopal. She is Associate Director, Data Engineering at Wayfair. Please join me in welcoming Roshni to our virtual stage.
Hello, everyone. Very excited to be here at the AI for Retail Summit and present the vision for technology to lay the foundation for successful AI projects. To introduce myself, I'm Roshni. I currently work at Wayfair as an Associate Director of Data Engineering. Wayfair and Walmart are the two large retail organizations that I've worked at. I've worked at Walmart for over a decade. My area of specialization is cloud data platforms. And yes, I'm a mom of two super cool kids. I hope you've heard of Wayfair, or better still, shopped at Wayfair. Wayfair is a platform focused exclusively on the home goods market. The scale and speed at which data is produced, processed, and consumed at Wayfair brings interesting engineering challenges. Yes, we're hiring. So today, I want to talk about 6 key themes for data teams to focus on, from ingestion to consumption of data. The first is data as a product and how contracts are important in your data ingestion mechanism. I will talk about the ability to process data at different velocities and the ability to access data with various mechanisms. An important aspect for AI is supporting more sophisticated methods of analytics. Organizing and securing data with data governance and security is another topic that I will touch upon. So let's get started. The first aspect is, how is data produced? Are you pulling data from databases as tables, or is it an intentional contract-driven sharing? Events and APIs are contracts. Contracts place the responsibility of data quality and freshness with the data producers. Every industry term, like data as a product or data mesh, essentially talks about placing the responsibility of producing data accurately with data producers. With scale, decoupling from tables to events and APIs is a must. And the reason behind this is events and APIs are covered in the CI/CD processes of engineering teams, while databases tables are not. The path to achieving data as a product is hard and needs close collaboration with software engineering and infrastructure teams. To have the same set of contracts drive both BI systems as well as applications, you need to have an approach for standard headers, schema evolution, and handling backfills. Standard headers ensure that events can be interpreted consistently, and the timestamp formats are consistent as well. As systems evolve, your contracts will change, and you will need an approach to intentionally move to a different version of the schema and backfill your data so that you can recreate the current state of events with the new schema. Moving on, a second theme is the velocity at which data is processed. You're in a good spot if your data team has the ability to process data flexibly from batch to real time based on the use case. It's important to think about the use case. Analysts and business users may want their KPIs at a fixed cadence, like daily. They may get confused if numbers keep changing every time they look at it. However, if you're building a recommendation system, you would want to trigger new recommendations as close to a user's actions as possible. A cross-cutting theme across all the modes of ingestion is observability. While moving responsibility to data producers prevents errors, observability helps detect errors. Errors are inevitable in complex systems, and having tools to detect anomalies help us recover faster. A third theme is multiple modes of access patterns. Your data lake is a treasure trove of data and insights, not just from your product, but also from third parties. Most data lakes support BI tools for visualization and offer data access via SQL queries. You can expand the consumer profile from analysts and business stakeholders to software applications by providing mechanisms to access data from your data lake as APIs and events. APIs can offer in-context analytics within other portals. Events can be used to drive recommendations and actions in software applications. Another trend called reverse ETL is to use data from the data lake to drive operational systems like Salesforce or other tools where decisions are being made. A fourth theme is analytics maturity. This theme of analytics maturity, from descriptive and diagnostic to predictive and prescriptive, is most closely related to AI. Most organizations support descriptive and diagnostic analytics. Descriptive analytics describe what happened in the past. For example, your daily business KPI reports. Diagnostic analytics help you dig into an explanation. They help you find patterns, correlated variables, and anomalies. Predictive analytics look at automating forecasts based on a set of factors. For example, financial forecasts or predicting the inventory needs for a store. Prescriptive analytics give you a clear recommendation on the next step to take. For example, recommendation systems. With cloud tools, it's become a lot easier to accomplish advanced analytics. Most data engineers and analysts know how to build pipelines and reports. Machine learning ops tools help manage the life cycle of data science models for production use cases. Though one needs a strong base in statistics and algorithms, cloud tools have truly democratized data science. For example, you now have off-the-shelf products for deriving insights from text, image, and video. As you scale, it quickly becomes important to balance the needs of running fast in a decentralized manner while ensuring correctness and preventing redundancy. Your team needs to know which data assets to go to and what each field means, and a full lineage from producer to consumer. Your data catalog tool should also make it easy to audit to see who has access to your data at a field level. Observability scorecards are an important part of your data discovery tool to know the current status of an asset. Has it met SLAs? Are there any data anomalies? An important addition to the data governance stack is a metrics data layer. The industry has realized that you need a single source of truth for metrics definitions and calculations. There is a lot of debate on whether a metrics data layer is best served in a visualization tool like Looker or closer to the database, with several companies attempting to solve this problem as a headless BI layer. infrastructure and processes to protect data at a granular level, being able to audit who has access to sensitive data, complying with privacy laws are all critical parts of a data lake where you can use your data for the most advanced of analytics without compromising on security. For most AI products, you really do not need to know an individual's personally identifiable information. Last but not the least, a lot goes into building a great engineering culture. When product managers and business stakeholders keep an eye out for the use cases that will help drive innovation and competitive advantage, teams get to work on impactful projects, which is very motivating. It is also great to work in a team which follows engineering best practices. For example, CI/CD and automating as many low-level tasks as possible, like using static code analyzers. Supporting learning, upskilling, and prototyping ideas go a long way towards building an engaged and motivated team. And as you and I know, nothing is possible without an engaged and motivated team.
Thank you so much, Roshni. That was amazing. I know this virtual audience is giving you a huge virtual round of applause. Thank you again for sharing your amazing knowledge with us today. And for the audience, it's time for you to make your way to your next session. Along the way, make sure you accept your connection request and take some time to check out our awesome exhibits. Thanks so much, and we'll see you around.